take stuff that I said out of context. And it's okay. It's the internet. If I expect to be completely understood, that is a silly goal to have. And I'll give you another story that really drove this home for me. So I was on TikTok, I think. This is a while ago. And I saw this really old white dude, just normal generic white dude, just giving like financial advice, talking about the economy or whatever. And he was getting roasted in the comments, like, grifter, like old man go home, like all sorts of craziness, just telling him like he was a fake guru or whatever. The guy was Ray Dalio. He's worth $30 billion. And he's like 79, and he's just trying to like help people. He's like on TikTok trying to like help the younger generation. And when I saw that, I realized that you cannot save, like, you will never be legitimate to the ignorant. And that to be hated by a bad person is a good thing. Think about that. Many of us want to avoid being hated in general. And I understand why. It makes sense. No one wants to get hated when you're growing up, etc. But think about the worst person in the world, right? Wouldn't you want them to hate you? Right? Like we should judge our character by the quality of our enemies. And so if somebody who's completely ignorant, who has no context, wants to speak ill of you or your goals or way of life, take it as a compliment. Or at the very least, just feel bad for the fact that they don't know any better. But in no way should we put weight on what they say in the scales of how you decide how to live. And so, anyways, I just say this because like I've had too many voices that were too loud for too long in my life that prevented me from doing the things that I wanted to do. And so I share that little story about Expedition 8 and the dirt under the fingernails, if you will, that those germs, you think that they're going to kill you, and then nothing happens. They're just germs. So be easy, guys. You can't teach people who aren't ready to learn. Yeah, 100%. So you guys want to rock one more? I got some time. I think I got time. I got time. You guys good? You guys feeling energy? Socrates-ass statement. I appreciate that, Fitzy. That might have been the comment of the day. Socrates-ass statement. All right, we'll do one more. No, I mean that, dudes. Like, and dudettes, obviously, for my 13% female audience. Dudettes. Actually, can I have a shout out for dudettes? We get some. Can I get some? Actually, what would be a female emoji? What's a female? Would be like a heart. Is that an emoji? Is that? I feel like a heart could be a female emoji. Actually, females. Bows. Bows would be good. Bows is a good one. If you're a female, female founder, Corinne. What's up, Corinne? Rock and roll, baby. We got a bow. We got some hearts. Ayo. So all the dudes are like, I'm saying like, you guys having trouble finding girls. I'm like, here they are, man. They're right there. We got ladies. Mosey Nation got some ladies. We here. What's up? There's like 7. Do I speak Farsi as well? Yeah, kami balada. Okay. So okay. So let's do. How do you get ahead of stuff, right? So big picture. We talked about some rules of business very tactically, right? We zoomed out and we're like, listen, we got to make trades to go what we want. Period. And you got to be willing to make those trades and be willing to bear the costs of the trade, which you know right now what you're going to incur, but not necessarily what you're going to gain. Okay. I'm gonna actually make one more point on that, and then I'm gonna transition. My team, we could feed it into the other video. The biggest gains come from the unknown. So that unknown upside. And so functionally, like you could only go to 0, right? And if we really play it out, the likelihood of you going to 0 as a regular person is almost 0, right? But Bezos said this best, which is humans underestimate the upside and overestimate the downside. It is one of the fundamental psychological biases that humans suffer from. And it's because there's no real benefit for humans besides avoiding death. And so it makes sense that we'd have cognitive biases that disproportionately represent downside. Because if you didn't do that, your genes would not have proliferated and come down generations, right? The guy who thought, hey, maybe there's some upside if I eat the berries, it's like, well, then they die, right? And then that's the end of that guy, right? And the end of his line. And so all the optimists are dead, right? All those genes ended. And so all that's left is the pessimists that continued to believe that the worst was happening and the world and the sky was falling. But it's like the world has changed, our genetics haven't. And so it's like we have to make these conscious decisions to realizing that all of the upside is in the uncertainty. And the fact that you are uncertain, so is everyone else. But that is where the arbitrage lies. The arbitrage lies in the uncertain and the delayed. I'm going to say this again. All the upside that you want in your life is on the other side of uncertainty and delay. Everything. And it's because those are the two things that people are unwilling to bear the price of. They will not pay that price because it feels like too much, because they don't know how much they have to pay and they don't know how long they have to pay it for. But I'm telling you that it is faster than you think it is, and it is not as scary, but you have to take the first step. And this again it scales all the way up, right? Like we're taking some huge bets at acquisition.com, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't know how we're going to do it yet. But I believe that we have the ability to figure it out. Because if somebody else can figure it out, so can you. It's not like they're made of different tissue than you. It's not like they spend different money than you do. These things are solvable. And at the very least, there's somebody who knows how to solve it, and you can figure out how to do something for that person so they can help you. Whether that's money, whether it's a favor, whether that's relational capital, whatever you have to do. And so, like, if I want to transfer this to the greatest degree possible, because I had so much fear, like, what if I don't figure it out? You keep trying. If you don't figure it out, of course, like you didn't figure it out that time. You'll just figure it out the next time, right? Like unless you die, right? And this is a Jocko Willink quote, which I'm so angry that it's his quote because I love it so much. But basically, all failure besides death is psychological. Did you die? No. Did you figure it out? No. Guess what? You're not dead. Try again. And I just wish I could pass it on because like that's the worst case. And everyone's so afraid. What if it doesn't work? Okay, what if it does? Because if it doesn't work, it'll change nothing. But if it does work, it'll change everything. Okay, let's hit this. So, the girls are here too. Anera, Beauty, what's up? What's up, girl? How you living? Okay. You guys ready for numero tres? All right, then we'll do Q&A. You died. Azam, you died. Nice. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to learn anything very fast. And this is the exact process that I use to learn stuff. For the past 14 years in business,